Hi there. I've been busy. I've done quite a few things, and I've had a big think, because if you're building a castle or you're building a chateau or you're building a dollhouse, you want to make sure they're going to last. And it lasts at least 100 years in my case. And so you have to make them sound, and you have to make the foundations sound. And this is my foundation for my chateau. It's on a piece of ply. I've put the all the foundations for each room segment in here in 15mm ply wood, and then I've safeguarded the whole thing with a coat of borer guard, because in New Zealand we have a two-tooth borer which makes a mess of our furniture, a bit like woodworm. It's totally different. It's an insect. Woodworm is a pupa of an insect or beetle, but our two-tooth borers are pretty smart, and they make a horrible mess of our furniture. And so this is all untreated timber, and I had to do a coat of a preventative to keep it nice and safe. And so this is my base for my chateau, and I've done the little turntables, and I'm just going to insert a little video that I did of them before I actually put them in place, so you can see how they work. And the tower will be glued onto them. So I'm showing you my build from literally the ground up. I'm sorry about my pump in the background. These are the turntables for the towers. Whoops, I've just got them in place. I'm ready to screw them onto the board, and then I'll screw that one onto the base of the tower there. And the clearance is enough that they will move smoothly as you turn them. So that's the start of my towers. Now, also another exciting thing that happened yesterday, and I had to wait till it arrived before I could film it, was my table, my adjusting table on a hoist. Now this will enable me to lower or raise the bed of my house. In my house, I'll be able to raise it while I'm working on it, or dropping it as I'm working upwards towards the ceiling. And this was a big improvement on Roger and I having to shift it further and further down on boxes, and me sitting on a box to actually work on it. This is going to work really well. So I'm looking forward to this. This is a big thing for me, a new piece of kit. So to continue, I have been working on my towers, and I've had 3D printed them, and I've glued them together, and so they're all not glued together at the moment. It's parts. I've been working on my little basement that's adjacent to the kitchen, and as you can see, they actually turn quite nicely. Once they're glued in place, they're not glued in place yet, they'll be fine. And I have been making little stuff to go in here. I've lost my soap again. Now I've got to find some taps for this. So that will go in there. This is a little toilet that I've made, and it will have a system. So this is the staff toilet, so it doesn't have to be flash, and that will sit in there. Now alongside the washstand and the toilet, there'll be storage shelves, because this is adjacent to the kitchen, and things will get stuffed in here. And also it'll be a place where the staff can hang their clothes. So I'll have some pegs in the wall so that people can hang their coats. And it's all about realism and I like to have realism in my builds, and also about the detail and making the details fun. And I'll be doing a little work sheet on making these in the next day or so that you can have a look and see how they're made very easily. And that will go for most things. And this little floor here, which I've printed out, I'm just going to lightly glue that in place, because at some point when I have some time, I will actually do a proper parquet floor. So at the moment I've just put it there to see what it looks like. And that's going to be for the bathroom of the dining room. So there we have it. Now, I did delay this video a day because I wanted to show you my flash new piece of kit, which is this table hoist. And this is going to allow me to actually raise, it's really neat, raise it up so I can work on the bottom floors. And as I go higher, I can get it down near the ground again. So we've just had to make a little adjustment here because the handle was preventing this from sitting straight. So Roger and I have done a Heath Robinson job on it and put the handle in a different position, but it still works. And I think I would have needed this when I was doing my Tudor house, actually. It would have been fantastic. So only if you're serious about doing miniatures, you'd invest some money in them, but I think it's a really good buy. And so for the next couple of days, I'll be doing my room. It's a two floors at a time, so it'll be that high. That would be the kitchen, and that will be the dining room. Big ceiling area, floor space, and that will sit on top of this one here. And it will have an interlocking little piece that goes into here so that it doesn't move around when it's in place. So that's the theory. So we shall see how it works out. And I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, once you've got the other tower in place, I'll just pop this here carefully. Don't want it all falling over on me. Oh, just about. There we go. I've got it there. I've got a little guard on this window. The other one has to be done yet. And this is like the original Chateau. And so you can see it's going to be quite stunning when it's finished. So I'll say goodbye for now, and I shall get back to you when I've got my room done.